Number 26, Anthony Hopkins. Age 88 years old. Born December 31, 1937. He acted as Hannibal Lecter, the role that defined terror with sophistication. Anthony Hopkins won an Oscar for just 16 minutes of screen time in The Silence of the Lambs, but his range goes so much deeper. The Remains of the Day, Nixon, The Father, for which he won his second Oscar at 83. He is the oldest Best Actor winner ever. At 88, he's still delivering performances that shake you to your core. He is still brilliant, still terrifying, still unforgettable. Number 27, Al Pacino. Age 85 years old. Born April 25, 1940. He acted in The Godfather, Scarface, Scent of a Woman. Al Pacino is one of the greatest actors who ever lived. He has the ability to go from quiet menace to explosive rage. He recently became a father again in his 80s. He is still taking roles, still bringing that fire that made him a legend. At 85, he's proof that passion doesn't age, neither does greatness. Number 28, Robert De Niro. Age 82 years old. Born August 17, 1943. He acted in Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, Goodfellas, The Godfather Part 2. Robert De Niro transformed his body, his voice, his entire being for roles. He gained 60 pounds for Raging Bull. He learned to play saxophone for New York. He won 2 Oscars, had 8 nominations. At 82, he's still acting, still relevant, still one of the greatest. He is an absolute titan of American cinema. Number 29, Jack Nicholson. Age 88 years old. Born April 22, 1937. Jack Nicholson made crazy look cool. He acted in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, The Shining, As Good as It Gets. He won 3 Oscars, had 12 nominations. He's been Hollywood's most charismatic wild card for over 50 years. At 87, he's mostly retired, but his legacy, untouchable, every role a masterclass, every performance unforgettable. Number 30, Jane Fonda. Age 87 years old. Born December 21, 1937. Jane Fonda is an actress, activist, and icon. She won 2 Oscars for Clute and Coming Home. She protested the Vietnam War. She revolutionized fitness in the 80s with her workout videos. She came back to acting with Grace and Frankie, showing she could still command the screen. At 87, she's been arrested for climate activism. Still fighting, still relevant, still fearless. Number 31, Jacqueline White. Age 103 years old. Born November 27, 1922. She is the oldest living actress on the planet, and most people have never heard her name. That is what makes her story so remarkable. She was an RKO contract player in the 1940s, when Hollywood was an actual dream factory. Her thriller The Narrow Margin is still considered one of the tightest cat and mouse films ever made. Then she walked away from all of it to live on her own terms. 103 years old, still here, still extraordinary. Number 32, Lee Grant. Age 100 years old. Born October 31st, 1925. She was nominated for an Oscar on her very first film. Then the McCarthy blacklist wiped out an entire decade of her career, because she refused to testify against her own husband. When she finally came back, she won the Oscar for Shampoo in 1975. Then she directed a documentary that won another Oscar. Hollywood tried to destroy her. She collected Oscars instead. Number 33, Rosemary Harris. Age 98 years old. Born September 19, 1927. You know the face. She is the original Aunt May from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man films. But here is what you probably do not know. Before Spider-Man, she was one of the most celebrated classical stage actresses in Britain. Royal Shakespeare Company, Tony Award winner, decades of theater royalty. Then she showed up in a superhero blockbuster and introduced herself to an entirely new generation. That kind of career range is genuinely rare. Number 34, Estelle Parsons. Age 98 years old. Born November 20th, 1927. She won the Oscar for Bonnie and Clyde in 1967, one of the films that blew up old Hollywood and rewrote the rules of American cinema. Raw, explosive, unforgettable. Then she got nominated again the very next year for Rachel. Then 4 decades later, a brand new generation fell in love with her as the outrageous Sonia on Roseanne. 3 different generations, one unstoppable actress. Number 35, Anne Bliss. Age 97 years old. Born August 16, 1928. She earned an Oscar nomination at 17 years old, playing Joan Crawford's vicious daughter in Mildred Pierce. 17, she matched one of Hollywood's most ferocious performers scene for scene, and was not even old enough to vote. Then she snapped her back in a sledding accident, spent a year in a brace, and came back to become a beloved musical star of the 50s. At 97, Anne Bliss is one of the last living links to the true golden age. Number 36, Terry Moore. Age 97 years old. Born January 7, 1929. Oscar-nominated for Come Back Little Sheba opposite Burt Lancaster. Film so emotionally raw it still hits hard today, but the plot twist that made tabloids go wild. She spent years claiming she had secretly married Howard Hughes, one of the most powerful and reclusive men in American history. That legal battle lasted decades. Whether you believe it or not, Terry Moore has lived one of the most genuinely dramatic lives in Hollywood history, and at 97. She is still here to tell it. Number 37, Vera Miles. Age 95 years old. Born August 23, 1930. Hitchcock was so obsessed with making her his next Grace Kelly that he signed her to a personal contract, designed her wardrobe, controlled her entire image. Then she got pregnant and missed the lead in Vertigo. He never forgave her, but Vera Miles went on to star in Psycho and two John Ford masterpieces with John Wayne. She lost the role Hitchcock built for her, and landed in greater films anyway. At 95, that is the ultimate Hollywood comeback story. Number 38, Carol Baker. Age 94 years old. Born May 28, 1931. Her film Baby Doll in 1956 was so provocative that the Catholic Church formally condemned it from the pulpit, which naturally made it a massive hit. She trained at the Actors Studio alongside Marlon Brando and James Dean. She starred opposite Rock Hudson and John Wayne. Then when Hollywood tried to put her in a box, she packed up and moved to Europe to make her own films entirely on her own terms. At 94, Carol Baker has always been impossible to contain. Number 39, Leslie Caron. Age 94 years old. Born July 1, 1931. Gene Kelly saw her dancing in Paris when she was 16 years old, personally flew her to Hollywood, and made her a star in An American in Paris. She then starred in Jiggy, which swept 9 Academy Awards including Best Picture, 2 Oscar nominations, and she did it all as a French woman navigating a system that was built for someone else entirely. At 94, Leslie Caron remains the most effortlessly elegant figure the cinema ever produced. Number 40, Angie Dickinson. Age 94 years old. Born September 30, 1931. She held her own opposite John Wayne and Dean Martin in Rio Bravo, which is not something most actors can say. She was so deep inside the Rat Pack inner circle that Frank Sinatra personally championed her career. Then she became Sergeant Pepper Anderson on Policewoman, the first woman to headline a primetime police drama in television history. She kicked that door open before anyone was even discussing it. At 94, Angie Dickinson is the original cool. Number 41, Barbara Eden. Age 94 years old. Born August 23, 1931. She is Jeannie, and she will always be Jeannie. I Dream of Jeannie ran 5 seasons and turned her into one of the most recognized faces in television history. Here is the detail nobody forgets once they hear it. NBC censored her belly button for the entire run of the show. She was considered too scandalous for primetime America. In 2026, at 94, Barbara Eden is still warm, still charming, and still absolutely beloved by everyone who grew up with her. Number 42, Joel Grey. Age 93 years old. Born April 11, 1932. He won the Tony for Cabaret on Broadway, then won the Oscar for the exact same role in the film version. That almost never happens. The MC of the Kit Kat Club, painted face, knowing smile, pure sinister electricity. One of the most indelible performances in the history of musical cinema. He came out as gay at 82 years old with complete dignity and grace, and his daughter Jennifer Grey starred in Dirty Dancing. This family has given us some of the most iconic dance sequences in entertainment history. That is a legacy.